If you grab the cage to stop your opponent from taking you down, I will stop the fight and deduct the point. Don't grab the cage.
Introducing your blue corner for our 5th fight of the night. Please put your hands together for Darryol Humphrey. Out of the red corner, please put your hands together for Fudoli. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Warrior Extreme Cage Fighting Professional Mixed Martial Arts 125-pound matchup. Formal introductions. The following contest is being brought to you this evening by De Silva's Pawn Shop, located right here in the heart of Taylor, Michigan. Check them out for a whole bunch of freaky, fun, and fine things at De Silva's Pawn Shop. Introducing your fighters. First, fighter to my right. Tonight, he is out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, trimmed in white and red. He comes to us at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 125 pounds. A freestyle mixed martial artist, making his professional mixed martial arts debut inside of the cage here this evening. On behalf of James Gray and Scorpion Fighting Systems, please put your hands together for Darryol, the Hitman Humphrey. His opponent across the cage, man to my right. Tonight, he is out of the red corner, wearing the yellow trunks, trimmed in Death to Reggie's white. He comes to us, standing in at 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 125 pounds. He too, making his professional MMA debut inside of the cage here tonight. On behalf of Death to Reggie's and Michigan top team, here is Fudoli. Please say hello to the beautiful babe making her way around the cage. Her name is Summer. What's up, Summer? Referee in charge of the action, Mr. Doug Gallegos.
What would you say, who has the advantage where?
I'm going to say Darryol has the advantage standing. Fudoli has the advantage in wrestling, and I think they're probably about even submission-wise. So
I would agree with that. You know, the Fudoli has more of the wrestling pedigree, but the pedigree doesn't always matter, especially, you know, fighting somebody as versatile as Darryol. Again, powerful. These guys are 125. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I was surprised. I was grappling with a Fudoli, like I said, about two weeks ago, and he's, like you said, 125, but, you know, deceptively strong. But Humphreys is another level of strong at 25.
Yeah, he's, I mean, I remember seeing him fighting and winning 145 belts in the amateurs. You know, he's a beast. Ooh. That's early trouble, that's for sure.
And you can see Darryol paying close attention to the instruction from James Gray, but nice little reversal by Fudoli.
Yeah, I was surprised not to see a body lock there with the length and legs that Darryol has. And this is, again, there's a whole different ball game when those elbows are raining down on you.
Speak a little bit about the corner of Fudoli, another guy that's jiu-jitsu ace, Jason Fisher. He's working in his corner right now, so.
Much more than just a jiu-jitsu ace, too. I mean, looking at him, you know, he's probably the most not famous fighter when you're talking regular people, and he is so incredibly good. But look at this. Fudoli is in full mount. This is a guy, though, that I usually don't recommend mounting because of how...
Because of that, but good control, though.
Yeah. That's a lot of Michigan top team guys. This is their bread and butter. They get on top of people, and they just don't get off. But like we said before, Darryol is a different kind of guy, man.
You're extremely explosive, and that's why, you know, you take a bit of a risk because you sacrifice a little bit of that control when you transition to mount.
Yeah, this is not a place to have. This is not a place to have.
A guy with the power of Humphreys on top of you. But, you know, both guys have utilized excellent jiu-jitsu in the sense that they've been able to re-guard, transition.
Yep.
So
and reverse.
Yes, yes.
It's a very technical fight. Nice up kick, landed that, but I don't know how much power was on it, but it did land.
At the very least, it'll make you think twice about lunging in.
Mm-hmm. Great fight so far. Very technically advanced fight. And both these guys are so powerful at 125 that all these things matter a lot, but they have cardio for days. One thing that a lot of amateurs, when they transition to the pros, don't realize is the difference between 3 and 5 minutes feels like it's like the difference between 1 minute and 5 hours when you're fighting.
You're absolutely right. This has been a very competitive back and forth round.
Yeah, you know, I hope that these judges are really score-keeping well, because this is a tough one to score. Both these guys have had opportunities to pretty much put the fight away with mounts and back mounts and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Both guys have been in a position to do a lot of damage, finish the fight, but the reversals on both.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about two guys, although they're making their debuts, collectively we're talking over 30 amateur fights.
Yeah.
So a ton of experience.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's been a really, really competitive fight so far, and looks like I feel almost like we started in the with Fudoli having a little bit of the upper hand, and slowly but surely Darryol has kind of established a little bit of a better position, but it's so fine that you don't really even know.
Hard knee.
Yeah. Ooh, and
nice takedown.
See, and that's exactly what Fudoli needed, and now this whole scoring gets complicated again.
Yeah, that was a nice takedown.
And having a top high-end wrestler on top of you is always exhausting for the simple fact that they have such good base, so much work to get out of there.
Yeah, but you think about a guy like Darryol. I mean, he's used to fighting 5 rounds. I don't anticipate either of these guys getting tired.
Me neither. Like I said, the jump from 3 to 5 minutes is a big one, but for these guys, they fought high-end amateur for so long that I can see them flying right through this. But this is a title fight in minutes fought with less rest.
No, you're absolutely right. And you know, you talk about maybe some guys that don't have the same level of experience as Darryol and Fudoli. They don't have the same level they haven't been pushed to the same extent as these two guys. That this fight would definitely test their cardio, but these guys are in phenomenal shape. I don't anticipate cardio being an issue for either fighter.
I don't either. I don't think so at all. And we were talking about this before, but you know, Michigan amateurs, we don't have a regulation on amateur MMA. WXC do a really good job at managing that and regulating ourselves. But because we don't, our fighters fight 15, 20, 30 fights before they go pro. And they are so over-prepared compared to the fighters out there, especially from other states. So these guys are 0-0, but believe me, they're not 0-0 in experience.
Absolutely.
Ooh, big knee on the thigh right there. Those are almost accidental, and they do so much damage.
Yeah, Darryol has a lot of power, and those sharp knees that he can deliver from this position can really take a lot out of it. But that hurt Fudoli. Those hurt.
Yeah.
Nice takedown, though.
Yep. That's the thing with strong wrestling pedigree, too, is you get hurt a little bit, you go right to your base.
Yes, yes. Kind of back to what we seen earlier with Troy when he took a couple of shots and then put his opponent in his world, and it was all she wrote from there.
Oh, wow, all the way to full mount. Like I said before, not a big fan of full mount on Humphrey, just because he's so slippery and so athletic. But now with the body lock on, there's trouble.
Yeah, this is a much better position for Fudoli.
Yes, it is. This is so much strategy in this position. You know, it's who's going to go first and what am I going to try to do.
You can see Darryol trying to utilize that baseball bat control on his wrist. And then Fudoli has the body lock reasserted on Darryl's instep. This is a very technical aspect of the fight game.
Yeah.
Fudoli looking to slip that forearm in to threaten with a rear naked choke, but Darryol is really poised here.
Yeah, and this is smart, walking over to his corner where he can pretty much find out exactly what. Yeah,
excellent gamemanship. And you can see how comfortable and how confident that Darryol is in James' instructions, that he's trying to do verbatim what James is asking.
Well, he didn't actually. He really needed to, though, because he needed to lean forward and shake him and let that base slide upwards and let that guard slide upwards, and he didn't.
Yeah, just as I was speaking, he looked like he kind of abandoned him, and Fudoli trying to make him pay for it, because that's in deep.
Yeah, it is. Still one hand, but another thing that you can do from this position is you can actually do like a somersault type of thing, because your opponent is choosing to be there.
Yes, yes.
So there is no spiking from this position.
Yeah, I've seen lots of pros utilize that kind of forward somersault, and it just forces the guy in the back to abandon, because otherwise you run the risk of...
Oh, yeah, landing on your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of fighters don't know that they can do that, especially, new fighters into the pros. But, it is not considered a spike, because you, as the backpack, don't have to be there. You can choose to bail.
Yeah, you have control over whether or not you want to continue to utilize that control and run the risk of getting slammed into the canvas.
Yeah, the thing with this round is, this is exhausting. He's at 125 pound, and today probably 140, 145 pound backpack on himself now for virtually the whole round. If nothing else, that wears on you.
Yeah, definitely, but also tiring for Thomas, because he's been, trying like hell to finish that choke, one arm in at times, and that takes a lot of a guy's forearms as he's trying to put his opponent away.
Yeah.
You can hear Merjan calling for what you just were referencing, Harley.
It takes a lot to do that, because it's very uncomfortable to do it, because you do understand that the risk you're taking is you could break your opponent's neck. So I understand why he's not doing it, but on the other hand, this is a fight, and you're fighting to win, and you're fighting for money, and you're fighting for opportunity. So you got to do what's within the rules. And it's
absolutely
the choice of your opponent to stay on your backpack or not.
Another takedown from Fudoli.
Yeah. It's a very, very strong round frame, even though there's not a ton of damage.
No, just controlled, though, absolutely, all his round.
Yeah. 10 seconds left.
So the question comes, what happened to that first round? Because in the corner right now of Fudoli, is he 2-0, or are they 1-1? And you need to win this round to win. I would probably tell both of them that they need this round to win. I might tell Darryol he needs to finish.
If I was in Darryl's corner, I might say the same exact thing. although I do think Thomas won the first round, if I'm in his corner, I'm telling him he still has to win this round because, like you said, that's just my opinion.
Yep.
And the judges could see it completely a different way. And you put it in cruise control, you end up losing the fight. You know? So you got to tell both fighters, you got to win this round, and otherwise you're going to lose this fight.
Do you feel that they should tell Darryol that he needs to finish?
It's one of those things too, where if you tell him he just needs to win this round, perhaps he lost the round, so you got to tell him, hey, it's close. You might need a finish here.
Yeah, definitely.
I want some fire out of you. Come on, let's go.
And it's nice you have Kelly True behind us. Daryl's old camp, getting his Daryl's there.
Let's go, Darryol.
And that's got to be inspirational for him as well.
Let's go. Let's go.
Big time third and final round. And we could be even. We could be up 2-0 for Fudoli. That's the question. Good respect. Oh, nice. Like a mix between a hook and uppercut right there. Nice land for Darryol. Oh, I heard that landed flush on the cup.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, it was absolutely accidental because he stepped right into it. But, yeah, that one was clean and clear right on the man, oh, man. And I'll tell you this, that hurts so bad, even with the cup, it don't even matter.
That was flush. That was a hard kick. You could hear it from the very back row of the crowd.
Yeah.
And that was tough. I mean, and Darryl's tough as nails, but I'm sorry, there's not a level of toughness there.
Well, and here's how it works. We are past the midway point of the fight. If for some reason I know Darryol, he's real tough, he's going to continue. But based on the rules, if we were to end here, it would go to the judge's scorecard, which this fight could either be a draw or it could be a 2-0 win for Fudoli. So if I'm Darryol, I definitely want to make sure that I get back up. And from everything we've seen from him, he never quits.
No, the only way he wouldn't continue this fight is he literally physically couldn't.
Yeah.
He'll do everything in his power to continue fighting.
Yeah, I don't know if he has that gear. I don't even think he considers that quitting is even an option. Again, good sportsmanship. This is definitely what he wants to do. Is Darryol wants to make sure that he keeps this fight standing, and this is not what he wanted to do.
No, not at all. You know, I was questioning perhaps if Fudoli would be a little hesitant to throw that leg kick because, you know, that happens again. He loses a point, but excellent takedown.
Yeah, we're right back to where we've been with really good top-down control, and you know this is where we can see if that switch from True going to SFS, if that's paid any dividends, because this is where we see it, right?
Yeah, exactly. You think perhaps, you know, kind of hyper-focusing the jiu-jitsu, it may pay dividends here, but you got a guy who's a tight, controlled wrestler. Who's been working his jiu-jitsu as well. It's going to be difficult to catch a guy like Fudoli. It really is.
He needs to be more active from his back, that's for sure.
No, absolutely. Trying to grapevine from the bottom there temporarily. But he's going to have to start attacking and taking some risks because otherwise Thomas is going to cruise to a decision here.
Yeah, I mean, this, again, he's up either 2-0 or we're 1-1 and he's winning again. So no matter how you look at it, Darryol has to do something.
Absolutely. We just got mounted and you can hear James saying the same exact thing, echoing the same exact thing that you just relayed. You got to go. You got to take a risk.
Yeah, the back door is definitely there, but real smart control right here from Fudoli.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him all this fight.
Yeah, Fudoli's looked great.
Not doing much damage, but in terms of just controlling the fight,
Mm-hmm.
these last 2 rounds have been absolutely all Fudoli.
Yeah.
Humphrey trying everything to get out of the control of Fudoli, but to no avail.
Yeah, and he has to go at this point. He has to take big risks. Big risks. There's no such thing as playing safe. There's no tomorrow at this point. He has to go because now he has to finish.
No, absolutely. No, he definitely needs a finish. He needs to take some risks that potentially are going to get him submitted, but at the same time, we're going to get him from under Fudoli because he got to get standing. He's going to have to knock Fudoli out.
Like I said before, high-end wrestling is so hard to fight because when they get on top of you, it's like having a lead weight twice the weight that they actually are. It's very, very hard to shake.
Yeah, and we spoke about this as well, but it's truly, in my humble opinion, the best pedigree that you could have transitioning into the sport.
Yeah. This is big-time trouble, and here comes that. Forgetting the elbows again. This is a typical thing from a first-time pro fighter, is throwing those hands.
Yeah, Fudoli just smothering Humphrey.
Well, and here's the deal, too. You're in full mount, so you can't even stand them up because the position can't be advanced. Oh.
Those are nice little short shots.
Yeah, he remembered that you can throw elbows now, and trying to scramble out, and nice scramble back. He has to go for broke. This is where he has to go and do anything.
It's going to be difficult. Fudoli's control has been phenomenal for the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I'll say this one is not that hard to call. The only thing that is going to be harder to call is who won that first round, and I'm not sure if I got a whole lot of opinions on that. I didn't keep track enough to call it.
No, what I would say, without a doubt, the last 2 rounds were Fudoli.
Yeah.
So you can call it, 29-28.
Or 30-27.
30-27, but either way, Thomas Fudoli, very impressive display of controlling his opponent, doing enough to keep the fights on the ground, great takedowns. He's going to prove the 1-0 of our perspective of the fight is correct.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we've been around the block long enough that I'd be really surprised with anything else, and really good test for both of them going pro because, I mean, man, oh man, tough guys.
You can see Merjan and Darryol embrace, and I know Darryol probably had huge hopes, and this is not the performance that he wanted to have. He was just up against a wrestler that had his number in terms of grappling, and this is the type of thing that's only going to make Darryol more hungry because he's the type of guy that's continuously trying to get better, and we've noticed in his last couple of fights.
Yeah.
But hats off to Fudoli because, man, wow.
He looked great.
Yeah, he did.
He looked really, really good. And 125. These guys are going to be pretty quickly moving up the ranks, that's for sure.
As you mentioned, gold is definitely something that could be in their near future if they continue on this track.
What a corner over there, though. You're looking at UFC vet and Bellator challenger. That's hard to compete with, man.
The 2 kingpins of Michigan top team.
Fight fans, our judges have tallied the score. But before we go any further, please, one time for both of these incredible competitors inside of the cage. Going the distance here tonight, y'all. Our judges have scored the bout as following. Judge John Bond scores the bout 29-28. Judge Nicholas Frenia scores the bout 30-27. And Judge Dan Holliday scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by way of unanimous decision, Thomas Fudoli. All right. Thomas Fudoli, proudly representing on behalf of Michigan Top Team. He's gonna get himself a couple of photo opportunities. And wow, what a wide wage war between him and Mr. Darryol Humphrey. Humphrey out of the blue corner, proudly representing on behalf of Team Scorpion Fighting Systems. These guys are an incredible camp. But triumphant tonight from Michigan Top Team, inside of the winner's circle with us, Mr. Thomas Fudoli. And I tell you what, I told the same thing to Marjan Flowers earlier. I don't know what you guys are doing during the winter, but you're in incredible peak physical condition. Very happy to have you, Tom. Please, tell us who you have to thank after your first victory as a pro here tonight.
First, I'd like to thank everybody that helped me train. Everybody from Michigan Top Team, Jason, Darren, all the athletes there, all my family and friends, support, everybody from United, Mixed Martial Arts who helped me. Yeah, I'm just grateful to be here, and can't wait to fight again. Thanks.
Nice work, Thomas, man. You look great. Wonderful work. One more time for your winner right there, Mr. Thomas Fudoli.